seriously, don't go and do that, please.
Hey, you do whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
We can't live! Live!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of my little black book. I am driving today, so we're going to be doing an audio-only version because I want to be able to focus, and also I want to be able to get this out before midnight. So, Little Black Book, the show where I talk and yap into a camera for 5 to 15 minutes and you listen for some reason, I guess. I'm gonna do a review of Caligula later. I do want to do a few more runs of her, but I do want to talk about the notion of where gaming is at the moment. And what I mean by that is the price points. So why am I bringing this up, and why did I leave with Elden Ring? Well, the reason is because Elden Ring Night Rain, which has had me by the balls for months now, and if the leaks are to be believed, is going to have me by the balls for many more on to come, functionally is a huge amount of content and fun and great times to be had for $40. We covered on High Media Headlines just the other day that a Sony CEO said that live service games aren't, doing as well as we projected. No shit. It's almost like video game CEOs don't fucking play video games. They don't understand what's fun. Whatever. When it comes to the prices of games in the year of our Lord 2025, yes, I'm dating this video. No, I doubt that somebody's going to watch this a year from now. Functionally, you have, your typical $60 price point. $60 price point. This is what people expect to be a AAA game. These are your typical AAA games. These are, in years past, would have been your Call of Duties, so on and so forth. Here's the thing. Games are now $70. And, back in 2014, 2015, back when extra credits, the video game industry channel, which I love and I still love to this day, and they're the ones that also make Extra History, put out a video that basically said games should not be $60 anymore. And they got a lot of flack for that video, and I was in the minority that kind of agreed with them. I kind of saw that, games have not changed their price in 20-odd years, and yeah, that makes perfect sense. Here's the problem, though. When that video came out, I was still it came out in 2016, 2017. I was a college student. At that point in my life, I had not been responsible for the majority of my bills. I was still being supported by my family. I had the disposable income from a part-time job that let me be so fucking for real with you. I didn't understand what the value of $1 truly meant. And I would argue that $60 is a perfectly reasonable amount for a video game to be priced at. The problem is that game, budgets have exploded. And they've exploded not because game development has necessarily gotten more costly. It is because they have put so much time and priority into graphics and microtransactions and all of these other things. Like, if I am buying a $60 game, why does my $60 game also come with microtransactions? They fire half the fucking industry's developers every goddamn year, and games are still not profitable. Meanwhile, I would argue starting to a degree, and this became like really, really relevant, I feel, in about, I'd say, 2022, 2023, maybe. There was a time period where there would be an indie darling of the moment. It really did start with Among Us. Like, Among Us was the first indie game that was like a cultural juggernaut. And when I say cultural juggernaut, I do not mean like it's this huge big thing that's going to be around forever. No, what I mean is an indie game that is priced affordably, that is just patently fun. It is a game that has prioritized fun. Another example, Lethal Company. Lethal Company is a great example of indie games that are just plain good fun. What was the fucking content maker game where like the horror stuff, fucking Repo is another great one. Web fishing, that's the Peak by the people that made fucking Another's Crab's Treasure a adorably poignant and pointed like critique of climate change, while also being one of the best fucking Souls-likes to come out on the market that's not by FromSoft. All of these games are priced in the $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $30 round. Hell, even No Man's Sky, whenever it releases its quarterly fucking, expansion, just, here's a shit ton of content, have another 10 hours of content for fun. They slash the price of their game in half, from 60 to 30. No Man's Sky is the best bang for your buck in terms of content and gameplay, by the way. It is, without beyond a shadow of a doubt, probably the best value proposition in gaming. If you like Minecraft, go play No Man's Sky. You'll like it, I promise. At least a little. You'll at least get you'll at least get like a solid 8 hours out of it. My point is that $40, like Helldivers 2 was $40. Pal World was $40. Elden Ring Night Rain was $40. $40 is quickly becoming the new barometer and baseline for what the fuck is a quality game. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, when it comes to the price of video games and the looming inevitability that games are going to cost $100 a pop, especially with people like Nintendo doing fuck-ass behavior, such as pricing their goddamn games at $90 for physical copies and $80 for the digital. We are in hell. We are in hell, and we continue to live in hell. We are unfortunately having to deal with, like, for those who know my politics from this channel, I mean, granted, Little Black Book very much is the political yap box for me at this point. Capitalism is the reason why we are dealing with the shit fuck ass life that we are dealing with right now. That's just the reality of it. The other, and gaming is no difference. Gaming has always been an enterprise, even though it is an art form. And fundamentally, you know, people are getting so poor that if you're going to have to spend $100 on a game to be able to play it, like, that's going to be the only game people will buy for probably literal months. Realistically, the $40 market of games that's going to be the new baseline. And you know what? I'm not against that. I'm for it. We've got some great games at the $40 price point, and by God, I'm still playing the fuck out of Night Rain, but ultimately, at the end of the day, games should not cost $60 anymore. They need to be less. And they need to have less budget. They need to have smaller scope. By God, they just gotta pay.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to talk to me outside of this video, outside of live streams, or just join the community and be a part of it, you can do so at HIMediaTV/Discord. Discord links there. We'd love to have you. And given the financial situation of the economy right now, I know this is a tall ask, but if you have the scratch to spare, please consider donating and becoming a supporter at HIMedia.gg/tip. All of our perks are serviced through our Discord channel, including early access videos, exclusive videos, and more. Your generosity is a blessing, and $1 a month is a boon to my mental health. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day.